Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amy and I have been doing a massive deep dive on MF Doom, all the way from Operation Doomsday up to the album that you are about to see. Very quickly, before we do get into the video, if you would like to support the channel and get exclusive access to content that you cannot get on my YouTube channel, please feel free to check out my Patreon. It will be in the link in the description. Okay, so I am currently going to be listening to Born Like This by MF Doom, and this is what I plan to be the last, and I mean the last MF Doom reaction that I do. Although if people would like me to do any more, do just let me know, but I kind of plan on making this like my last big deep dive into his discography. Let's just kick it off though with Supervillain intro.
Like I hit the jackpot.
Supervillain!
That's the best part of all. I'm working for the biggest group of villains this world has ever known. We're led by the man himself.
The supervillain.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Doom's got a plan that's gonna shake the heavens. You wanna get tough, punk? Good. Time to get the feta.
Villain man never ran with clothes in his hand and won't stop rocking till he clocked on a gazillion grand. Tilling the wasteland sands, raps on backs of treasure maps, stacks to the ceiling fan. He rests on his ashes, ask him after 10 miles in his galoshes, smash his stashes. Chip on his shoulder with a slip-on holster, a clip, a folder, and his grip on a boulder bolster. They supposed to know his show in his aura glow. Get from out the road when he get dough, it's horrible. Time is money, spend, waste, save, invest, fest. The 10K so cave a chicken chest S. Yes, y'all are double get your trickles. The best ballers pitch in and rub to get a nickels. But tut tut, he about to change the price again and go up each time he blow up like hydrogen. Villain here, have him shrilling in fear. And won't stop top ill until he a gazillionaire, grilling stare. Yeah, your boy had drama, got him on the mental plane, avoided bad karma. One solar inbred skinhead, a nigga joke, plus a brand new chrome smoker with the triggers broke. I thought I told him fire and pins were separate. He find out later when he tries to go and rep it. Took a Jehovah money for an Arabic Torah, charged in advance to translate it and ignore the sorta. One monkey don't stop, no slaughter. A junkie want a cop a quarter ton, run for the border. Know the drill, it ain't worth the overkill, flow skill. Still, there's no thrill. Fill a billion 10K bills in this pillar. Villain when it gets realer, split the skrilla with Dilla. Mix. Do kicks and get rich quick. Sketch lyric bets about a nick on something.
This is J Dilla.
From the drumstick, come with the dumb stick. Sick slick, hidden in the book. The only way they find it if it's spitting in the hook. Ooh. Listen, don't look now, keep walking. Traded 3 beans for this cow. Cheap talking, Hawkman, stalking here that we hawking off.
That's sick.
Coughing to a coffin, might as well scoff the pork then. He's like Wolf, some say stronger though. Off the top J Strongbow, play along bro. Wear a mask like yo off the gong show. Flow slow as Mongo, Don Juan Thong Pro. For your info, when he's not practicing Jim Crow, or actress in some nympho bimbo. He's playing Ray J, the old tape. Doing well, what can I say, like JJ in a gold cape. Fill it to the rim like brim. Villain and you won't find him in no gym. Probably a foggy bog with the frogs with a dot on a guard as he squat on a log. Half cocked and half baked. Used to keep a full stock of work, half rocked and half shaped. My mistake, sign a track agreement for more G's than lines and cracks in the cement. Ooh. In any event, it's fake like wrestling. Get him like Jake the Snake on mescalines. For the dry throat, tried to hit the high
that
note.
synth bass, that's there.
Itsy zygote by remote. Sending the meat wagon, bragging MCs packed in with their feet dragging. These stats are staggering. Had his PhD in indiscreet street haggling. Villain, his agenda is clear. Ending this year with dividends to spare here. It's not meant for the seeing. Went through the ceiling after entering his center being. A new meaning to sales through the roof. Guaranteed raw as source truth is truth proof. It's the return of the tramp who'll do a duet jam when Ernest goes to camp for the right urn. Nah, I mean like burn. We need some more oil for the machines to burn. Learn. Jiminy Crickets, he gets lucky like winning free tickets off sickly lyrics. One man's waste is another man's soap. Son's fan base know the brother man's dope. A real weirdo with a bug rear flow, and the way his hair grow was ugly as a scarecrow. He was a mass so the charge won't grab. On a rooftop with a large stone slab. Heads up, talk white and thought niggerish. Refused to walk tight and got his off the vigorous. Black licorice and equally as yucky. How he handled the money was strictly damn stucky. Monkey hustle, man on fire. Later for the date, then the hand-drawn collider. It costs more, it be seeming like a style. Doom leave the competition steaming like a pile. Smile, ding. Sparkling jewels, in effect like alternate side of the street parking rules. Fools, the roach was never dead. Live for a week, then dehydrate with a severed head instead. It was depicted as flicted, split the wicks lit.
We have got to try to find Doom.
Damn.
The flow is towing, precision as an afro trim. All big letters, but it isn't no acronym. Smack the thing, grin off a chin for crack smoking. DDT the first bar, leave the track back broken. Chrome grown men doing business with Anglo-Saxon them. Lacking swing, but that banjo's so relaxing as the wax spin. Hacking axes in the wind, pretend it's just a pen. See if you could pencil them in. Tense, mention men are on a fenced in. Sentences tens. The wheels fall off, then it's the end. Don't get keel hauled in, villain always been. Feel real, genuine ballskin. Not to call the whole crowd out, it's just a few chumps. And you know who you are like a shout out. Place them in your loud mouth and taste them like a pastry. Waste of space, face hastily, bow out gracefully. Disappear, reappear, and disappear again. Villain
Look
not
at
his hair,
Taz,
he's
so
no
like,
Afro-American. If that's the case, he'd be a bald-headed African. Taking all the credit and jetted astral traveling. Turn a man into a mannequin for Afflacking and being tough acting, tenacting, bluff jacking. He wears a mask so when he daws his face, each and every race could absorb the base in the place to be. Don't believe the hyperbole. It's like a murder spree. Get sniped verbally. Beating the head with lead pipe languages. For street cred, leave him for dead and anguishness. The slang suggestor was the guy in the glasses. He came to help the people with their minds and their asses. They said trip and get a grip like Spalding. These walls is thin, feel genuine ballskin.
Live in stereo.
Yessir. Shit I wanna hear, my nigga.
Oh, has this got Rick one on? Oh, okay.
No, that's the official word up in the town, you heard? Yeah. Get that swing. Yes, sir. Get it in, man. Yeah. That's the official shit, kid. Word up.
Oh.
Take it back to the big park and shit. What are we gonna rap about? Yeah.
Okay.
Rhyming hard and coming crazy. Electrifying and vivid. Yeah. I'm like a rabbi, fresh new mag and a mad high. Stolen black jag, I brag fly. Yeah, yo, a project thug, political gangster, starving Langston Hughes. Jews want the crib when the guard dies and deadly. Metaphors a doggy while I'm in the Forbes. First 500 niggas who raw lied. Yo, B, the nigga Shalal, he low key, but he OG. Half of his niggas gone and hiding. Federados are sneaky. Police holding my old piece. Heard the young policeman died. 58 carats of glass, the ass in blueberry black. Where I keep my ices and knives at one of the fours. Rawest, yo, a British who get money, shoot dice in his fortress. Mop necks and straddlers, 8-ball jackets, the hagglers of the rap game. Post up surprise, I want that spot. Coolin' with the supervillain chain. All you other playboys and twats, niggas be down for the murder game. Running the
such a
church,
British
the
swear word.
one in the nigga frame. I'm thirsty, hungry like a Somali. And probably with the niggas with the waves and they don't like tsunami. All we do is get fresh and fuck mine. Probably your baby mama gave me head and Barney's while I calmly. And I got giants and armies while we rock mean color clothes and Dawn Divas. Yeah, Chef Bad. Some call him Louis Rich / Legs Diamond and his chick sell crack. We rep bananas, beat this legend and Stan Smith. $700 jeans keeping your man distance. Yeah, son, give me your ear, son. Yo, get the fuck away from the ropes, man. Fuck with the chicken.
That alarm just fits so well with the song.
A gunshot from inside the house forces a change of plan.
Jake, let's make sure all the windows are covered.
A straightforward entry has turned into what appears to be a barricaded standoff.
Uh-oh.
Police department, come to the front door!
Anything you say, Kraken.
As the funky beat continues,
Things take a turn for the worse.
Oh, this is MF doing a Mad Lib. Oh.
a rock steady.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. If they get the villains surrounding them, good to the last, drop nigglets. Hood to the blast, pop them bigot ass piglets.
Oh.
Go for the bosses, dicks are higher. Beat walkers still get caught up in the crossfire. Get at the Sarge, he give the orders. The rest of them punks will quit the force and get slaughtered. Use stealth, play alleys, jet. We'd rather not alert them nosy fella rallies. Yet, keep the local random cases in each state. Skate to the beaches for the season and be straight. You on call, keep your Nikes on tight, no white. Anybody tell, get lighted on sight. The ringers on a need-to-know basis. No persons, places, things, and no faces. Get back, you on your own, acting alone. Back home, your family be provided for while you're gone. It's a price on all snitches. If you nice, bring back eyes, fingers, toes, and pictures. Send copies to those who singing the blues. Mothers and fathers who's unjustly accused. Our species is in danger. Wear gloves and strike in a city where you a stranger. That'll let them fools know. And send them a message, let them POWs go. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Now you have your orders, do your duty. A new way to let the shot spray. A few drops a day, double espresso, DA latte. No smell nor taste, hardly traceable. Wait to waste a prosecutor paid to get the case pulled. Learn them a lesson for giving bros mad stresses. A long list of COs, names and addresses. A fake judge with many years on the bench had sent some good cats to the chair. Was aired in the trench. They say her tongue was teared out, smeared and drenched. The whole system scared and doubt and a fair stench. And she was tortured, some say post-mortem. The suspect took his own life before they caught him. It's real spooky like a real trife movie. Remember the part the Terminator killed Tukey. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. If they get the villains surrounded, son, to shed blood. Some will be shook and just look with their head in the mud. Red flood.
Villain.
It's one of the things we ran into the unknown.
That was
We couldn't
epic.
get the door pulled as quick as we wanted to. And once we did finally pull the door and breach the interior door, there's a man trap inside of it. Basically, that man trap is a cage. Before we run in, we're stuck in there and they can shoot us while we're stuck in a cage. So we're gonna stand on perimeter. We did have some shots fired right down the street on us while this was going on, so we got to set up a tight perimeter. We got the streets blocked off to make sure we don't have any drive-bys on us. Other than that, the operation went fairly well.
What is it that come about?
Okay.
Who told you that? Roll through black. Old to the new, knows who holds the hat. Custom tailor fitted. Head stayed same size. Big since first born. Well spitted game wise. Same guy, same disguise. Sick aim, eyes stare. A thick dame thighs. Click, claim prize.
Oh, this
And the lucky
instrumental is
contestant
sick.
was sent a whole year's supply of buckets of yucky excrement. Digital format. Provide the ROM. Ride calm. Flow was like a roadside bomb. Flip the Humvee. Impact was limb numbing. Cameraman wig back. Gunner screaming incoming. RPG. Rhyme propelled grenade. Time to yell. Scramble for cover in the shade. Bright as the midday sun. Then it fade. Darkness come quick. Some running get sprayed. Rot dead. Hot lead. It's raining. Left them with their brains kicked in with their training. Dragged the remains into the open by the bootstraps. Dog tags attached to explosive human booby traps. Where's air support? Air's ringing, mortars whistling. Bloodshot vision, afterthought, abort mission. Too little, too late. As the last man gush, took no prisoners, mush. Rap ambush.
Murderizing sucker MCs.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there, guys, to do a little bit of an overview now. Oh, that was so good. What the hell? I genuinely loved this song. Absolutely. For me, I'm currently watching The Rookie right now, and there were so many elements in that which reminded me of it. And I could just be completely misreading what the song is about, but I interpreted this as how, I don't know, it felt very much like the episodes I've just watched on The Rookie where sometimes racism can appear in like really subtle forms nowadays. Obviously, you know, there will be people who are, you know, outwardly racist, but then there's people who claim to not be racist, but then they do like very subtle things, like what happened in this TV show. And the guy was just racist, but in sort of a subtle way that is different to potentially what you think of when you think of racism. And I don't know, this song absolutely just made me think of like MF Doom talking about like a corrupt system that we're in. And he said a line like, I don't know exactly the line, but it was something about absolute corrupts absolutely. And I don't know, yeah, what, brain exploded. That was so good. And I did scroll down to see that there's a ghost face killer feature in this, so, you know, I'm excited. What we're gonna do is, guys, I used to go onto Spotify to do like a deep dive, but I was finding Spotify to be not necessarily the best. What I find on Google is a lot better. I know, unfortunately, it's AI, but literally, like, nowadays, every search platform is somehow AI. And I find sometimes it's a little bit better because it kind of condenses all the information from a bunch of pages into one. So we're going to do our deep dive on Google for now. So I googled MF Doom Born Like This supervillain intro meaning. So the intro on this sets up the album's gritty, conspirational tone using spoken word audio from collaborator Mr. Chop detailing a grand underground plan. So the meaning in the context. The mastermind narrative. The intro features Mr. Chop outlining the supposed inner workings and calculated plots of Doom's persona. Street-level villainy. Across Born Like This, the supervillain concept shifts away from a cosmic, world-destroying cartoon villain towards a grittier, street-smart survivor operating in the shadows. Album title, Connection. The album title itself is inspired by Charles Bukowski's poem Dinosauria We, featured later on the track Cells, which deals with being born like this into a bleak, decaying modern world. The intro establishes this cynical, hardened atmosphere from the very first seconds. Oh, yeah, the samples that Doom uses in this and the spoken word that he uses to, you know, help create his album, it just makes his storytelling and helps give the album like a concept, and it's so good. Okay, we've got Gazillion Ear. Is it Ear? Yeah, Gazillion Ear next. Okay, so this apparently is a standout track on MF Doom's album. It features a post-humorous beat by Jay Dilla and a title wordplay that functions as a pun on making massive amounts of money and having an unmatched ear for music and rhyme. So, the play on words Gazillion Ear is a pun on gazillionaire, someone who has $1 gazillion. Doom uses it to describe his wealth in skill, status, and profit as the rap villain, ending this year with dividends to spare. Unmatched listening and flow. It also literally highlights his acute ear for production and complex, dense rhyme schemes. The song features nearly 800 words without a standard chorus, proving his rare technical ability. The Jay Dilla connection. The production is built from 2 combined instrumental loops by the legendary late producer Jay Dilla, adding a deeper meaning of 2 hip-hop greats collaborating across realms. Yeah, honestly, I just think that, like, Doom's ability to sort of have so much of a play on words and his rhyme flow, I don't know, I've said this so many times about Doom, but there's just something about the way that he rhymes and his flow that is just so smooth and like seamless, and it just really pulls you in. It's just so good. Okay, so the phrase "feel genuine ballskin" in MF Doom's song is a gritty, hyperbolic piece of slang used to describe something raw, authentic, and uncomfortably real. The meaning: Doom uses absurd, tactical, and vulgar imagery as a metaphor for a lack of privacy or a situation that feels too close, exposed, and raw like thin apartment walls where you can hear everything next door. So the vibe. Throughout the track, Doom leans into villainous braggadocio, sharp wordplay, and street-level grit. Saying something feels like a genuine ballskin emphasizes an unpolished, visceral authenticity. It is crude, bizarre, and entirely unique to his lyrical style. Okay, so next up is Yes. Sir. So the context and meaning. On Yessir, MF Doom, operating under the name Doom, handles the production using a gritty sample of ESG's classic breakbeat UFO, while Rake One takes the mic to deliver a raw, fast-paced solo verse. The title, the exclamation, "Yes sir," serves as an assertive hype-up ad-lib and a statement of confidence in the gritty street rap tradition, contrasting slightly with Doom's usual comic book supervillain persona by letting a premier East Coast lyricist step into the laboratory. Okay, I feel like because this is one of Doom's, I guess, less popular albums, there's not necessarily that much about it, but I suppose I'm just trying to pick up stuff where I can. Next up, we're moving on to Absolutely, which for me has to be the song that I kind of took the most meaning away, potentially. This song connects the opening line of Bukowski's dark apocalyptic poem, while the track Absolutely explores themes of corruption and rebellion against oppressive authority. Produced by Madlib, Absolutely relies on the cynical truism that absolute power corrupts absolutely. Lyrical content. Doom uses a smooth, laid-back flow to deliver dark, tactical instructions on overthrowing a corrupt ruling class, targeting police and dismantling oppressive state systems. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I feel like I personally agree with this. I feel as though a lot of the times when someone has too much power, it just ends up being a recipe for corruption to happen. Obviously, not necessarily every world leader or everyone with power has been like that, but just, you know, especially recently in the world and, you know, even all throughout history, most of the time when someone has power, they just take it way too goddamn far. Okay, Rap Ambush. I actually really liked this. I feel as though the name kind of sort of links in with this because it was sort of a follow-on from Absolutely. I say follow-on. It was, you know, there was no pauses and it did feel like a little bit of an ambush within the album. I don't know if this really has any meaning behind it, but, you know, I can have a look. Okay, so it's a metaphorical track where Doom compares his aggressive, precise lyricism and arrival in the rap game to a military guerrilla ambush or insurgent attack. Lyrical warfare. Doom frames hip-hop as a combat zone where he takes out inferior rappers, sucker MCs, using surprise tactics, comparing his rhymes to explosive weaponry like an RPG, rhyme-propelled grenade. The unchanged villain. Lines like "same guy, same disguise, sick aim eyes" emphasize that despite gaps between releases, his sharp, menacing persona and pinpoint technical skill remain entirely intact. Gritty realism. Unlike some of his earlier cartoonish or food-themed tracks, Born Like This leans into a darker, harsher mood, and Rap Ambush uses raw military imagery, roadside bombs, flipped Humvees, to reflect that severe tone. It definitely maybe is a bit deeper than I actually originally thought, but yeah. So far, I'm genuinely not gonna lie, I'm actually really enjoying this, like, a lot more than I thought, because I feel like maybe it's more than I thought is because I know that a lot of people don't really rate this album too highly. I don't know if it's just, maybe it's because it's so far into MF Doom's work, or, you know, necessarily why, but it did make me a bit skeptical to listen, but hey, I don't need to be skeptical, because this is amazing. Anyways, let's get back into it with Lightworks.
What is the magic that makes one's eyes sparkle and gleam, light up the skies? The name of the game is Lightworks.
I see you.
Oh, whoa, that feels weird.
Pants, little sissy boy.
Jerks. Welcome to the octagon, lay a player flat before the trainer felt his clock was on. Keep your socks torn, it's a boxathon with hard rock, black rockerons going barbers on. Curled up, beggar laying on the canvas instead of in the ready position like praying mantis. Scissors land this grand fist sandwich, stand switch, slammed on stitches, switch hands itch. Damn snitch, any street corner could be the platform to meet defeat. Gonna wonder, watch your mouth draw, southpaw, ouch floor. Doubt your clout more about raw outscore. Boy, off the leash like UFC, off the beat, off your feet like two lefties. FUBs, heifer please, lost a few to stew beef, new referees. What a remarkable team, show your teeth.
What an interesting sample.
The name of the game is Lightworks.
This is so weird.
Smirks. The match was mapped out, get jabbed and crap slapped out, tapped out. Either the lunch bin or chokehold time. Munchkins get punched in like vocal rhyme.
Shine is that sparkling beam. The name of the game is lightworks. Light up the slips. The name of the game is lightworks.
The right hurts.
Universal beatdown.
If you're waiting for a parade, there ain't none.
Sharpen up your spirit of adventure. The fabulous Gay Way.
What's the big idea?
I have no ideas. In fact, I'm quite bewildered.
Now, don't get gay with me.
Gay.
Sir, I'm far from gay.
Now listen, I'll keep this shirt on.
Grown man in a rubber suit, run around with a young
Homo.
boy.
Oh shoot, get a load of that fruit and thigh-high boots, red tighty whities and blue cat suit. Even the rats know it's tacky. You ever see me slipping like that bitch to smack me? Posing chest and legs open, couldn't stand worse. All was missing was a bandana and a man purse. Crying, dying, laughing till glands burst. Faster than a speeding glass, bleeding ass ran first. Fixing baby hair, messed up wavy curl. Under the cape, the back of the ass say baby girl. The things some people will do for fame. It's a herb, it's a lame, it's a goddamn shame. Villain willing when them cold streets call. You can keep your hero and hold the meatballs. Worthy title locker with pockets on empty. He worked harder than a steam engine like John Henry. Turn dirt to dollars like Don Henley. Ugly and still get hollers like Ron Jeremy. At least monetarily, terribly. MCs need therapy, it's like a Ferris wheel. Hit him with a kryptonite brick. Children come and prick his dead body with a stick. Wrote this lyric from in the bed with a chick. She had the tightest grip around the head of mom.
Damn. I wonder what that was gonna rhyme with.
Damn. Anyway, got this whole for you.
Oh.
You must be some kind of faggot, man. My partner, a faggot. Why don't you come on out here, man? What the hell?
Bic, now can I get my pen back?
I can't tell if this song is homophobic.
With the green goblin got the bat cave robbed. Busting Batman head bobbing, slobbing Robin's knob. Y'all already got our belts on the floor, so
okay.
Kick them shits over here and click off the porno. Alfred come home and found them both naked. Handcuffed to each other just as he had suspected. Red and chrome Batmobile, willing and dealing. Aquaman sleeping with the fishes for real for squealing.
Because the instrumental is so good, but the lyrics are putting me so off.
From a razor thin laser. Amazed at all these so-called wannabe players showing off they tit balls to all the free gayers. It's like a leotard fest. How it got started as any retard's guess. Regardless, that's their choice, no hate debate. Becomes a problem when they try to attempt to go straight and raise the monster rate in the whole population. It's starting to affect the super pimpin' occupation now. Who's a hater? Headline the newspaper. Fate of a fake you out, Cape Crusader. Tied to the tracks, make a damn tram derail. Rappers like a scam, spam, Nigerian email. The man with no beard.
It feels like it's so intense.
Sucker got bagged on a Temazepam street sale. Told on one of ours, set it up, yeah, doubt. Did it like the dirty drawers, wet them up and air it out.
Myself in that. You got any money? What? Listen, you got any money? Man, you going crazy? What the hell for? Put all on. Damn.
Battyboyz.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here because I've seen on Genius. What did MF Doom say about this song? In a response to questions about if there was any truly homophobic intentions behind the song, Doomale told Nerdtorious, well, if people are pissed, it means that they're really into the character, maybe too into the character. Look, as an artist, if you have a character that can make people mad, that's a good thing. Doom's a villain. Phobia means that I'm scared of something, like arachnophobia means I'm scared of spiders. So homophobia means that I'm scared of homos. Me, myself, as a writer, I'm not scared of gay people or spiders. I don't give a. I'm a writer. I touch on all topics. Doom happens to talk about everyone. Regular street, punks, fat, queens and kings. I talk about every facet of life. This is just one thing that Doom talks about on this particular record. Doom's a supervillain, so he's just calling his enemies gay. Talking. Matter of fact, there's a song on Mad Villain where the character talks about bestiality even. So you're telling me people who indulge in bestiality are gonna get mad at me now too? It's a character. People who don't get it, I don't know what's wrong with them. Just go to the movies. It's easy. It's like John and Pulp Fiction. I loved him in that movie, but that doesn't mean I agree with murder, though. We all know John Travolta isn't a murderer, don't we? It's a character. I don't know what else to say to people who don't get that. Okay, that's interesting because, you know, personally, as someone who is part of the LGBTQ plus community, this definitely does feel, you know, potentially on the homophobic end, which makes me feel strange, like, listening to it, and as though I'm, like, I shouldn't be vibing along in a certain sense. I do see, though, how it is just a character, though, that, you know, MF Doom's putting on. This is not actually his belief, and I think it is a good idea to compare it to, like, a movie, in the sense of a character in something could be homophobic, but it doesn't mean that the actor is, and I guess that, like, that's kind of what Doom's getting at, but I also do understand, like, you know, it does, you know, for me personally, it does generally feel partly offensive to listen to, but I don't know, I'm kind of, like, a bit all over the place with my feelings on this track. Yeah, it looks like I'm not the only person who kind of has, like, mixed opinions on this. It says here on Google, like, some listeners view the track as harmless, tongue-in-cheek mockery tied to the 1960s aesthetic or old-school hip-hop trash-talking, but other people argue that using severe slurs, regardless of a villain persona or generational norms, is genuinely homophobic, juvenile, and indefensible. I feel like I don't know, I place somewhere, I feel like in between the two. I feel like I do have quite a mixed opinion on the song, but I don't know. Anyways, though, I am going to move on. There is no point in dwelling on something that has been written and wrote. So, this is Angels. Oh.
Yeah.
That's snare, Jesus.
Right, it's not a Hardy Boy mystery neither.
This has got Ghostface Killer on. Let's
right
go.
Heart to heart, y'all. No doubt. 7 o'clock Fantasy Island. This episode is Death to a Brooklyn Man, and this is Tony's Angels. Hey yo, it was 3 white bitches who worked for Tony Stark's. Undercover agents far beyond knocks, amazed by their beauty marks. Wonder Woman bracelets, knee-high boots that was made by Clarks. My dick got hard on how they spoke and shit. Every language was music to the kid, as if I was modern day King Midas. Doreen, Sky, and Kelly, Starky's Angel, Shylins, finest. Know what happened in the streets of Brooklyn. Plus I played the whip real low, cause my face was wolf and my angels jetted out of Albee Square. Gun out, rapping their head, kinda crowded, so they clapped in the air. Chasing nigga down block for block, squeezing Glocks. These mommies real anxious to blow off his top. He's a rapist, murderer, convict, burglar. The more they ran, the more these skirts got dirtier. Sending shots like check day, FedEx Expressway, boom, bow, bing, you heard the gunplay. Who shot the duck out the window? Mr. Lee said, 3 pay now, you fucking weed head. We can stop the fire, the suspect, he's dead. Then I pulled up, come on girls, the club mad.
Stay tuned for the conclusion. Three's Company. Family jewels.
MF Doom's voice always comes in and sounds so
woke
good.
Up stoked like they were still in his room. Freed his right arm and leg, it was more like a sweep. Released his other leg, arm, head, and rose to his feet. Staggering except for the socks and mask naked. Threw on the box and searching for the trio. Checking for the keys to go. A robbery expected, yet nothing obvious was missing. Recollected now why Hollywood hotties stepped into something's and Nani's personal nurses, Chanel, Percy, CLK, Shiny. Tracer Patrizzi with Thai iced tea. She drive wild nights to veggie fried rice spicy. Told them both I don't feel so well, my belly. Spin me down Melrose, drop me to the telly. Y'all go ahead and get the Duchess B-back copy. Feeling woozy, no Uzi, who's he seen the lobby? Peace, pizza man.
Change your hunt.
Stopped and looked. Nah, whoops, left a knot in her pocketbook. Wasn't the jokes but too careless, fearless. Got to the room and fell flat out on the terrace. The question remained, who bound and gagged him? That's when he found the empty pack of Black Magnum. Villain skeeter, grandma on the street, 50G. The part of Mr. Roper was played by Mr. T.
I'm Mr. T.
Fuck Charlie.
Just who? Like I was saying.
True story.
I'm Mr. T.
Kelly, you gonna give me some pussy. You know what you gonna do.
Janet was
you
dark
too,
skin.
Doreen. Your little fat ass can't get away neither and shit.
Chrissy's brown skin.
That's right, yeah. I'ma call them dead on the SWAT team on alert and shit. Yeah, that's right. Sky, you can't hide, baby. You got the best head, nigga. Word up.
The mask was chromed out.
It's real angel shit. Y'all my bitches. Tony Bosley and his bitch, nigga.
That snare is just insane. Still even at the end. Born. Oh.
Born like this, into this. As the chalk faces smile, as Mrs. Death laughs, as political landscapes dissolve, as the oily fish spit out their oily prey. We are born like this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich
Yeah, this
heroes.
album's definitely a lot grittier.
Born into this, walking and living through this, dying because of this, castrated, debauched, disinherited because of this. The fingers reach toward an unresponsive God. The fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder. We are born into the sorrowful deadliness. There will be open and unpunished murder in the streets. It will be guns and roving mobs. Land will be useless. Food will become a diminishing return.
Wow.
Nuclear power will be taken over by the many. Explosions
Feels like
will
this song
continually
is just
shake
predicting the
earth.
future a little bit.
Radiated men will eat the flesh of radiated men. The rotting bodies of men and animals will stink in the dark wind. And there will be the most beautiful silence never heard.
Oh.
Born out of that. The sun hidden there, awaiting the next chapter.
Doom from the realm of alkaloon, smelly gel fume, separating cell womb to Melly Mel, boom, revelations in braille, respiration in hell view, nations fail and shaking of a snake tail, make do, blazing swords, trays the haze, praise the Lord, saving grace, lace your broad, she say she bored, a crazy straw, ink and stale, dry paraffin, candy corn crap rappers pale by comparison. A bad Samaritan averaging above average men. Rancid rants having rambling savages scavenging for scraps, perhaps roadkill. If that, gift a gab, and he flowed ill, chrome stiff hat. Note for writing lightning tight lines. Chief and beefing, being off deep ends, divine, bright shines even. Dimes quiet as minds by design, mighty fine. Slight rewind, tightly bind, blind lead blind. Need minds now, that was this is then. Listening to sizzling, official tens whispering him again. Metal face finster, playing with the dirty money. Sinister, don't know what he's saying, but the words be funny. Major vet spaded through the vest with a bayonet. Save your breath, gave a F, pay your debt, they forget. Make us sweat bullets, crime pays no benefits. Then it gets wilder with more childish and degenerates.
3,000 years ago, Moses said, every human being is responsible for his action, or that being is still a beast, not yet human.
Yodel at your uncle flows my motorcycle trunk fools. From 2-1-2-1 loose crumbs to chunks and bundles. Hands down, better than what your mans used to get. Standing around for where the translucent, lucid spit. Missing wheel, you don't listen, you a field head. Sitting in the kitchen, pissing, twitching, kissing steel lead. Crime pays no dental nor medical, unless you catch retirement, county, state, or federal. You heard like roaring waters in a seashell. If a tree fell, you couldn't tell from 3-cell. Be real careful, they tellin' by the airful. Kids doing skid bids, acting out as terrible. Word is bond, fix your clothes, put a shirt on. Pants sagging back when used to meant you had a skirt on. Squirts, posing as thuggers and hustlers. Elo closer than y'all's ball huggers and jugglers. Motherfuckers.
Doom is transmitting a message to you. Supervillainz.
I need to use more power.
More power.
I'm still dope, even if the bag ain't coach. Even if
Oh.
I don't smoke till the hydro roach. I'm still dope. Rock
Yeah.
a coat and a fresh pair of moccasins. Comfortable for walking in. No A&R marketing. This is my reality. Still dope. Power walk, burning off the calories. Fact and not fallacy. Metal face family, imminent fatality, taking us too casually. I got it, it's cool, just part of this school, and I'm acing the lesson this time, so quit stressing. Still dope, vibrant natural game, no ring, no chain, still bringing the pain. Still dope, got no choice but to cope. Listen, take notes, I'm showing you the ropes. Still dope, very high dosage. My approach is lights out, buenas noches. Hold my glasses so I can get Riddick. Send them home, tail tuck, holding they fitteds. Cold as a Guinness, 1 point miss. Yo, chill, watch the table, a fish might flip. Crack joke, spit, pop mad shit. That's what it's made for, cop that quick. Drop that Vic, Butterfingers, oopsie. Signed away your publishing for Jordans and a Lucy. The 012C, solo non-groupie. All over they ass like sweats by Juicy. Cats is puss like Sagwa and Morris. Stay spitting lines, there is no chorus. Deploying the troublesome, sleeping bubblegum, that's a double thumb. Come if you feel where I'm coming from. Do it to your lips and them, you gotta go for it. I stay moving forward, I baby bear courage. Knick-knack, paddywhack, fuck your critics. This dime on the grind when it comes to the spinach. Conquer the id, vicious like Sid Flow. Not a nympho, Empress of this show. She rock mics, you wait to exhale. She rock shows like DMC rock gazelles. She rock shells, manicured nails. Rock for every bell with a spliff to inhale. Holding she own cone of homegrown shrubbery. Won't go hungry, the flow too lovely. Leaving grills dented on the sous vide rented. Classic is vintage and polished is all tinted, raw business. Like how them wifeys get hit it, authentic. The track is so loved, I'm all in it, all quit it. Of course I'm inclined to shine, did it. Line for line with it, climbing infinite. Tú no sabes, yo soy una bien mala madre. Confident aren't we, playing it smartly. Word to Dios, Estrella is lethal. Flow muy frio, roll the dice, Chico. Live crazy, decent, insanely frequent. Strangely sleep with one eye.
I love the Spanish in this.
Joking, outspoken, provoking and choking. Ego stroking his lane. Word bonder than James. Go along with the flame. Way ahead of the game. Still playing the same. Royalty in my veins. It'll always remain. Forever doing my thing. Solo with who I can hang. Like he banging, he lame. Bringing into the yang. They got placenta for brains. Testing my venomous slang. Fools get fitted for bangs. They rent it for change. Some people think I'm deranged. Others a little bit strange. Just trying to rattle my cage cause I'm way out of their range.
A monkey.
That flow is crazy.
Chain smoking beaties till his brain's broken completely. Get back on his feet, work out, and eat some Wheaties. Greedy for the cheese, please, most couldn't fathom. Had him in the cobra clutch when he spat the mad him gems. Collection of brats, Tims and hats. Had no time for the pity pat, I'll give him that. The rhythm hit him back with a right hook. Shook it off, caught a shiner, thought it was a height look. Depends on the shades. The end of days fades. Pretenders late in days on stages. Do melees. Eat it up. Microphone, microwave, mayonnaise. His own way was strange, but it matters not. Tuned into a frequency tone that shattered rock. Hold it down like Shatner do Spock. Rapper jocks need to put a sock in they chatterbox. The block got lied to Vioxx stock. Folks gather round, it's no joke like knock knock. It's them. They came home to roost, y'all, and watch them transform the game to the rules of foosball. She's too small. Any questions? Him could squeeze blood from a penny in the recession. Keep guessing, it gets deeper than depression. The power of suggestion, wake a sleeper, peep the lesson. Dig that beat, ripped it with metal fingers and stomped it with big fat feet. And you know what they say, cut the hay. Resistance is futile, you will be assimilated. But today, it's all gray, metallic with a ruby stone. Rude like the type of dude you could write a movie on. Hardcore porn, did his own stunts, writ his own rhymes, and split his own blunts once in a while, every other minute. Eyes pop out, Popeye heavy on the spinach. Steady on his business and ready with an ill pitch. Keeps a bad Bill's niche like Denny Kusanil's niche. No hitch, just a shitload of spit and sneeze. Strictly G stacking up off a rack of hidden fees. Rappers like the gay club strip tease with hippies on the yip saying, hey, bub, grip these. They screaming for attention, beaming at the mention of a scary demon convention. You could cut the tension with a switchblade and serve it on the same plate of hors d'oeuvres a witch made. Filleted, persuaded the chambermaid to bet her paycheck on a get-naked game of spades. Straight up, no chaser, no layaways. Caution, faint taste of microwave mayonnaise.
Doom has taken over every continent.
Again, another epic kind of run we got there. I really liked the song Cells. That really, I don't know. I have something that I really want to talk about, but we're going to go back to Lightworks first and see what this song is about. So MF Doom's song Lightworks is a showcase of his dense, raw rhyming style set over a post-humorous, warpy beat crafted by the late producer Jay Dilla, sampling Raymond Scott's original composition. So the production, Jay Dilla's instrumental for Lightworks originally appeared on his instrumental opus Donuts. Dilla passed away in 2006, and Doom's use of the beat serves as both a homage and a canvas for his signature off-kilter cadence. Lyrical style. Rather than following a strict linear narrative, Lightworks functions as an exercise in stream of consciousness wordplay. Doom nests his raspy monotone delivery tightly inside the bubbling erratic mid-range of Dilla's frantic rhythm and synth loops. The meaning of the track is found in the collision of Dilla's jittery genius production and Doom's villainous persona, embracing an underground, unpolished and relentless approach to hip-hop craftsmanship. Next up is Battyboyz, which was the song that I'm still unsure about. But let's have a little look. So it's a controversial song by MF Doom, and he uses comic book themes to mock superheroes like Batman and Robin with crude humour and homophobic slurs. Meaning and origin, the title Battyboyz is an offensive slang term from Jamaican patois, used as a derogatory slur against gay men. So the content, MF Doom targets Batman and Robin, playing into long-running camp rumours and perceived homoerotic undertones of the classic 1966 Batman TV show. So the inspiration, according to the fan and community discussions, Doom wrote the track after his children argued that Batman was cooler than Doom, prompting him to write a diss track attacking comic book superheroes from his perspective as a supervillain. I literally didn't even know that MF Doom had kids. The controversy, supervillain persona versus homophobia. Listeners and critics are deeply divided on the track. Many fans view it as an immature, cartoonish shock value fitting his supervillain persona, or a tongue-in-cheek mockery of hypermasculine superhero tropes. Criticism. Others argue that the song relies on mean-spirited, explicit homophobic stereotypes and slurs that cannot be excused simply as satire or character roleplay. Yeah, I personally feel very torn in the interview because I do feel as though I understand both sides of the argument. Yeah, I think this is exactly my opinion on it here on Reddit. I love the beat and the bars are amazing as always, but I hate the homophobia. Yeah, that's exactly, I feel like, how I feel on it. Okay, next up we have got Angels. I think I spell angle. Angles. So Angels is a collaboration track between Doom and Ghostface, featuring on MF Doom's album, and the title and lyrics play on gritty urban crime imagery mixed with clever TV comic play on Charlie's Angels. So the title play, Ghostface Killer, referencing his alias Tony Starks, opens the track rapping about 3 undercover female secret agents working for him, comparing them to Charlie's agents, Doreen, Sky and Kelly, Starkey's Angels, Shaolin's finest. MF Doom then mirrors this in the verse noting 2 brown sisters assisted the villain Doom. Gritty street imagery. Unlike typical cartoonish or sci-fi villain themes, the song leans into raw, bleak street narratives. Ghostface delivers sharp crime storytelling, while Doom matches the dark cinematic, string-heavy production with hard-boiled, menacing rhymes. Okay, next up is Cells, and before I actually have a Google search on this song spoke to me very deeply, especially at one specific part, which I'm gonna play here. I don't know, I feel as though, for me, this song very much represented a lot of what can be seen as corruption in this world and sort of a prediction on how the world is gonna end up like. It sort of felt like 1984, sort of George Orwell style. And this here, the fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder. This really made me think about my own personal experience with medication, and I don't know if anyone is sort of interested in this, but I feel as though sometimes it's important to talk about, regardless of whether this is me reacting to music or not. But for those of you who don't know this, I have OCD. I was diagnosed last year, and I take medication for my OCD. And I think that this is important to talk about because I feel as though there's a lot of misunderstanding, particularly around medication, and for me personally this is exactly what happened. So I really did not want to take medication for my OCD, and I don't know, I feel as though I just very much had in my mind that, like, I didn't want to rely on something that was outside of myself, which, looking back, isn't necessarily very helpful perspective, but that is just very much how I felt during that period of time in my life, and how I have felt for a long period of my life is just, I don't really like to rely on medication. I don't know why. I feel as though I'm not necessarily like that now because I take multivitamins and stuff, and, you know, I feel as though it's kind of pointless to be like, you know, relying on multivitamins and then not taking medication that I need. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I do not have that perspective anymore. And I don't know, very much in this time of my life, I feel when it comes to mental health, a lot of the times it's associated that people just go and get pills and get the help that they need. And I feel as though that medication shouldn't necessarily be a last resort, but it shouldn't be the first thing that gets given to you. And I don't even know how I'm trying to word and explain what I mean. But basically, I think overall, what I'm trying to say is, when I had this mentality of, oh, I shouldn't take medication, I was meditating, I was reading, I was journaling, I was going to the gym, and I was kind of doing every A, B, C, D, E, F, G example of what the doctors recommend you to do for you to be cured. And I feel as though at this period of time in my life, I was just genuinely so confused as to why I was doing all of these things that's recommended, and yet I still, you know, my mind still, I'm going to use the word wasn't okay, but I don't really know if that's like the correct terminology. But yeah, I was doing all of these things and I still just wasn't feeling okay. And I don't know, it makes me feel confused, because it's one of those things where I feel as though there's a lot of people who frown upon medication, but then I also feel as though there's a lot of people who don't, like, understand as well. I don't know, I feel like I'm literally just yappering all over the shop here, but I don't know, I feel like I'm just trying to say that, like, just because you might be doing everything that you're supposed to in your life, it doesn't mean that it's still, like, it's okay to still not be okay, but it's not okay to keep on being like that. Like, you need to get the help that you need. And yes, medication might be something that you don't want to go down the route of, like me personally, but at the end of the day, if you had any other medical, I don't want to say illness, but I mean, OCD is a mental illness or a mental health disorder. I don't know, I'm kind of just talking out loud at this point, but my point is, if you broke your arm, you would go get a cast put on it, right? If you had, like, a heart problem or a heart murmur and there's medication that you could take, you would take it, right? And I think my point is just because you might be living, like, this great lifestyle, this perfect lifestyle, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that your mind is going to be perfect, is basically what I'm trying to say. And I feel as though sometimes you just have to accept that you need help, and that, you know, maybe medication is actually what you need rather than just, like, meditation or the gym. And I do feel as though that these things are helpful, but I think only to a certain extent, like, to the point last year when my OCD was, like, so crippling and debilitating that I literally couldn't even go to the gym. Like, yeah, I don't know, I just don't really think that that's necessarily talked about a lot, and I don't even know what the point in me saying this was. It's just, this is very much what this song spoke to me and made me feel and think about. And I also want to say, I apologise if that was worded, like, absolutely horrendously. I know what I'm trying to say, but whether I articulated that the right way around, I don't know. Okay, so having a look at what cells means. So this, it does actually say here that Charles Bukowski, I don't even know how you say his name, I'm so sorry, is kind of linked within this song. It says that he's, like, a feature on this song, but obviously I don't think that's necessarily right. So the meaning, connection, to Bukowski, the poem. So Bukowski's poem describes a bleak, decaying world of hospitals which are so expensive it's cheaper to die, and madhouses closed. The refrain "born like this" repeats as an acceptance of being thrown into a harsh, broken reality, which is exactly what the world has turned out to be, hospitals which are so expensive it's cheaper to die. This is genuinely unfortunately true in some parts of the world. The shadow biography. The phrase mirrors the gritty, survivalist worldview of MF Doom, coming from a 5-year hiatus marked by personal struggle and underground reinvention. The title reflects an uncompromised existence shaped by societal decay and personal hardship. The tone. Unlike his more whimsical or cartoonish records, Food, Born Like This leans into a darker, more dystopian atmosphere, aligning Doom's outsider persona with Bukowski's cynical poetry. Yeah, man. This song, I don't know, it just spoke to me in many different ways. Let's have a look at Still Dope. This is the one with this feature from Empress Star. This was really good. I actually genuinely really enjoyed this. So this song reflects the artist's enduring, uncompromising skill and authenticity in hip-hop despite changing trends. So Still Dope is a standout performance by collaborator Empress Star on the album. The phrase means that despite the passage of time, industry changes, or his absence from the spotlight, his core artistic value, skill, dopeness, and underground royalty remain completely unchanged and unmatched, way ahead of the game, still playing the same. Yeah, this was a great song too. I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was sick. Those rhymes and those bars that she was saying, there was just so much stuff that, I actually understood, and my brain was just like, pfft. Microwave mayo was so confusing to me. Is this actually a thing? Microwave mayo? That's weird if that's true. So apparently microwave mayo is literally just supposed to be a pure, breathless lyrical exercise rather than a song with a strict narrative. Lyrical gymnastics. Doom is famous for stringing together absurd multi-syllabic rhymes that prioritize rhythm, cadence, and internal rhyme schemes over a literal storyline. This line here was sick. Eat it up, microphone, microwave, and mayonnaise. Microwave mayonnaise is an absurd image. Microwaved mayonnaise is, this is a tongue twister, is ruined, gross, and messy, much like how Doom destroys or chews up the microphone. It represents his grotesque, raw, and unorthodox supervillain appetite for devouring beats and spitting out chaotic, complex rhyme patterns. The song is a showcase of stream of consciousness boasting, punchlines, and vintage rap styling produced by Jake One. Yeah, honestly, I think that this was just like it says, more of just a boast song, look at how much I can rhyme and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely think that it worked really well. But next up, we have got more rhyming.
More rhyming, pure diamond, tour hymen, poor timing, raw lineman, Paul Simon Torrin. I'm in, boring typing, snoring pipe when hyper than 4 hype men. Excited writing, trifling times 10, long stay. Songs play, gone haywire, wrong way on the interstate, integrate all day. It's just a small phase, that's what the malls say. Then fall prey in a mini mall hallway. Meant to be sold, not told to friendly enemies. Remember these intentionally, empathy please. Silent moment, violent prone atonement, miles a minute on a microphone. Own rent, loan spent, no debt, ass bet, fast, get cash, jet. Master mix smashed, asterisk stashed it, last not least. Past the pot of hot grease, geese shot, not easily spotted, plot cease, snot release. Hold your insulting tongue and mark his words well, or end up to the curb and shocked by third rail. Get the message by bird mail or turds flail. Villain man, best nerd mail you heard well. An absurd tale of books, nooks and crannies. Before she looked, we have his fancy hooks in them granny panties. A plan B. When in Rome, go back home and get real dome from a well-known crack gnome. He talked to himself when he needs someone to hate on. The Black McCain campaign negative debate-a-thon. Gone wrong on a song. Who's zooming who? Knew it was you, Doom, all along. Ever since he first started the art, it's been worth it. Soon to charter a stint on part of the chitlin circuit. Word, kid. Get your ticket from the telepath. Wicked, wicked, wicked. On electroencephalograph.
Whoa, that's a big word.
Villain. Nice to meet you. Born like this?
Already woke, spit a joke, barely spoke, rarely smoked, stared at folks when properly provoked, mirror broke, hair share strawberry
this
morning.
This sounds like an old 50 sample or something.
Torn in, poor men sworn in, corners hens, switching positions, auditioning morticians, sword in a vision, ignoring prison, ignoramuses enlisting, sound dumb, found them, drowned in cow's dung, crowns flung, Rings a Tinkerbell, sing for things as frail as a fingernail. Bring a scale, stale ginger lingers. 7 figures and bigger, nigga, fresh from out the jail, alpha male. Sickest ninja injury this century, enter plea. Lend sympathy to limper, simple Simon Ramen MCs. Trees is free, please leave a key. These meager fleas, he's the breeze and she's the bee's knees for she's. G's of G's, seize property, shopper sprees, chop the cheese, drop degrees to stop diseases. Gee whiz, pa, doom rock grandma like the Kumbaya. Mama was a hoe hopper, Papa was a Rolling Stone star like Obama. Pull a card like old drama. Civil liberties, these little titties, abilities riddle me, middle C. Give an MC a rectal hysterectomy. Lecture on removal of the bowels, foul technically. Don't expect to see the recipe until we receive the check as well as the collection fee. More wrecked than Section Z, what you expect to get for free? Shit for me, history. The key, plucked it off the mayor. Chucked it in the old tar pit off La Brea, player. They say he's gone too far. Duma catch him after Juma on cue. Laka! Do what you gotta do. Grah, the rumors are not true. Got you, ma. No prob, got the job. Hot barred, heart throb. Scotch guard, the barber, cotton swabs. Dart lob, baker, cake sweet. Jamaica trading treats on the beach. Make a skeet till her feet meet. Can it be I stayed away too long? Did you miss these rhymes when I was gone?
Damn.
As you listen to these crazy tracks, check them stats, then you know where I'm at. And that's that.
Oof.
Look, there's Doom now.
I followed him to the studio, but I was too late to stop him.
That's right! You'll never stop me! You're dead! You're both dead! No!
What rhymes with shilling? Villain. What rhyme with schmilling? Villain. He's a villain. Yes, he is.
Set it off, adrenaline rush. The boys way beyond a pen in the Dutch. Stronger than hand in the bag in the dust. You need to watch how they acting with us.
Okay.
Now time to get it in gear. We can get it in right here. Revenge is better than beer. Yo, Doom, it's been a minute, think they're getting it clear. Yeah. When brothers reunite, make sure we party right. We rock it all night long.
This is sick.
On the morning light. It's hard to see him in the light. Even harder to see him on the mic. Black Benz beats being on the bike, and he could talk a gay chick out of being a die. Curious y'all, y'all, to the beat y'all.
Keep it on click, fully auto. I won't stop the rock till pockets thick and gordo. More so at risk of sounding poor, bro. No tucks who need tickets to the award show. Normally cordial, more or less is more
this
or
is...
no. Hawk spit out the cockpit, stuck to the window till it's solid as a rock hit.
Yes, he
Oh, true.
He grabbed the mic like 2 money bags, waiting for the getaway to count what he had. Thought he was a spaz, but dude kept wrecking. The crowd remote control, keep them all guessing. Funny man gave him nothing like a bumpy dad. Taught him how to fight with a mic, meaning how to stab. But that's the life of a villain, and you know after that chillin'. When places God graces don't follow. The big joke ain't no cola in the Coke bottle. Writing rhymes to the pen go hollow, and Ben flow hotter than the sun shines tomorrow. It's just the villainous scheme. If not real life, it's stealing your dreams. Like that, y'all. Like that, y'all. Like that, and like that, and like that, y'all.
What rhymes with thrilling? Villain. What rhymes with stealing? Villain. He's a villain. Yes, he is.
That's right, I'll smack the black off of you, punk.
Villain.
Jesus.
Pushing on the couch cushion, Southside Minneapolis, never lived out in Brooklyn. Kept the faith, forget the fame. If they sweat the name, let it set the lane. Held mine, cold and hard, had no regard. Who the chosen are? Who, you? Oh no, you play the oboe, keep it on the low, low. Rappers are candy, butterscotch. I'ma let their baby's mothers watch. She loves the ock, I touch the spot. Bitch, I'm the itch, that must have got up her crotch. Nah, stop, fill the buildings. Leave some pills for these little villains. Hey shorty, share the flask. Let me explain why I wear this mask.
Dumb.
Villain!
I want you to call me at that address if I'm still there. And I make sure you get cracked.
Yo, what's up, Doom? This is Bumpy Knuckles. Just calling to say that I'm proud of the work you've been doing, dog. You know, this whole album and all that you've been working on, my dude, it's like a long time coming, man, for people to get a chance to look into the mind of a villain, you know, like somebody who really has a serious outlook on their craft. You know, it's a lot of clowns out here with, you know, painted faces, and when they take the paint off, it's just clowns with no paint on their face. So please understand, my dude, I'm watching you, man, and I see what you're doing. It's the OG, man, bumpy knuckles, straight fly. Alright? My motto for 2009 is fuck everybody.
Facts.
Alright? So when you go on stage and you put your middle finger up to the crowd, ask them to put it back up. And when they show respect to the villain, they should say fuck everybody. Because that's what everybody gonna say when they have to show respect to you all. Fuck him. Fuck him. That's the biggest shit in the world. Is everybody says fuck you. It's because everybody want to be what you are. You know what I mean? They can't find themselves. Alright, stay focused, my dude. I appreciate your work. Alright? Soon come. Bumpy knuckles. MF Doom. Soon come. Peace.
Right. And then I'm going to pause it there and we're going to give the last two songs a listen. Yeah, I feel as though even this song here, Supervillainz, as much as the instrumental was like vibey and insane as hell, there's like certain words in here that like you just wouldn't use nowadays. I mean, some rappers probably would, but yeah, I do think also you've got to remember sometimes, this is 2009 and it's still strange to think that not even, how long ago was this? I don't even know. However, like, even though this wasn't that long ago, there's still stuff now that has changed. Anyways, where did I get up to? Oh, more rhyming is where we got up to. So I did think before I actually read this here, it was just another one of Doom's way of being able to like flex his pure, you know, lyrical genius. And that seems to be what it says here. So apparently more rhyming is a pure technical exercise in syllable matching and phonetic flow rather than a linear story. Pure rhyme exercise, the song starts with a rapid chain of multi-syllabic rhymes, more rhyming, pure diamond, torhymen, poor timon, Paul Simon, Torin, with no strict logical narrative connecting the images, just pure rhymes and, yeah. Abstract artistry. Doom often throws linear meaning out the window to focus on the sheer joy of how consonants and vowels align, making the track function more like an expressive painting or stream of conscious wordplay. Oblique references. Intersped between the euphoric sound combinations are faint fragments of storylines and cultural or political nods, like references to the Black McCain campaign negative debate-a-thon, letting listeners hunt for connections rather than follow a traditional message. Okay, that's very interesting. This actually has a lot of listens. I think this might be the most streamed song on the album, yeah, which is insane. This has the connection to Bukowski, and the phrase "born like this" reflects Doom's embrace of his identity as an uncompromised, rugged underground outlier who creates art on his own terms regardless of industry norms, which I'm not gonna lie, I guess I can respect. Raw realism. It highlights a shift towards a raw, unfiltered perspective on society, aging, and personal struggle. Lyrical gymnastics. That's that as a standout track for its dense, single-syllable rhyme schemes and complex internal rhymes. Resilience and finality. The phrase "and that's that" acts as a definitive statement of completion and mastery. After disappearing and returning, Doom proves his lyrical dominance is absolute. The persona. It solidifies his untouchable villain persona, brushing off critics and imposters while demonstrating unmatched technical skill. So, Supervillainz represents an unholy alliance of underground MCs uniting as an impromptu legion of doom to embrace their inner outcasts and celebrate villainous independence. The persona. The song serves as a posse cut where MF Doom, the ultimate villain of underground hip-hop, shares the mic with cohorts like Curious, Mabonix, and Slug. Oh, okay, I see. Rejection of norms. Just like his overarching supervillain persona inspired by Marvel's Doctor Doom, the song frames non-conformity, gritty realism, and operating outside the mainstream music industry as a villainous, rebellious act. I suppose, yeah, like back here, even in 2009, it was, you know, quite a rebellious thing to make your own music outside of a label. And I think that's really interesting to see, like, just how much this has changed. Okay, I'm not gonna look into what Bumpy's message is because I don't know, I felt like the track itself was pretty self-explanatory. It just felt like a voice message that he received from his phone. But I'm gonna jump into the last two songs now, and it appears that there's no lyrics for this, so we're gonna go here and have a little look. Oh, okay, there's literally nothing on here too, so I guess we'll just give it a listen.
Villain.
Ooh. Okay.
The Green Hornet.
Listen to the instrumental track. Hi-hats. Okay guys, and I am gonna leave it here since these are just remixes. If you would like me to react to these, I will react to them over on my Patreon, but I just don't really see the point in reacting to them here. Personally, I feel as though this probably would have ended better either just with Bumpy's message as the last song or Thank You as the last song. Kind of felt like this was just, you know, sort of a random placement, but yeah, wow. You know, I'm genuinely going to be so honest here and say I think that I prefer this over The Mouse and the Mask, which I think is potentially an unpopular opinion because this is not rated that highly in his catalogue, I don't think. But I personally really enjoyed this, and I like the grittier storytelling that it has to it. Obviously, I have my opinions on some songs, as we have mentioned, but I think in general, aside from that, just the storytelling and the grit and MF Doom sort of flexing his rhymes is just next level for me, personally. Like, this has something about it. It's like a little meal that you've made, right? And you taste it, and there's just something so good about it, even though, you know, you're just a gym bro and it's like chicken, rice, and broccoli. But there's just something about this chicken, rice, and broccoli that's different. I can't believe I just compared an MF Doom song, an MF Doom album to chicken, rice, and broccoli. Anyways, you guys, I think you guys know what I'm getting at here. Personally, for my first listen, I'm rating this higher than The Mouse and the Mask. This is probably just above The Mouse and the Mask, which I think I might have rated like a 7 or an 8. So if I'm going to say it's a 7, I'm going to say this is like a 7.5, scraping an 8 kind of thing. This was really good. Again, you know, you can't really compare stuff like this to Mad Villainy, Operation Doomsday, or Food. Those albums themselves are just on a complete different level, I personally feel like. But for me, this was really, really good. And like I say, I loved the complexity in some of the storytelling, and his rhyming scheme was just sort of next level in this for me personally. As always though, you guys know that will add my beautiful editing self here if I have any extra opinions to add and things like that. Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Editing Amy here, and I am prepared to talk to you about some of my final opinions / my favourite songs from this album. Now, I don't really think I have anything else to add on what I said. I do think that Doom's lyrical prowess in this is just kind of next level underrated sort of thing, especially for this album, because I don't really hear much about this album in the community or in the space, but I personally think that it was really, really good and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would say I still stick with my opinion on I prefer this more than The Mouse and the Mask. For me, The Mouse and the Mask has more skips than this album here. This album might have 1 or 2 skips potentially, but some of my favourite songs, we have got Yes Sir. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I just thought that the Raekwon feature really fit in super duper well with the whole vibe that MF Doom was trying to go with for this song. I also loved Absolutely. I felt as though this again sort of connected to me on a different level to some of other Doom's past projects. And I would say honestly, Absolutely, and probably the next song that I'm about to mention, could potentially be up there with some of my favourite Doom songs in terms of their meaning and connection to myself. I just think, I don't know, Madlib hopping on an MF Doom track, you know that you're going to get something beautiful. And the fact that he was just talking about corruption and what society is like, I think that just added a different flavour to the track for me. Next up is Cells. This is potentially my favourite song on the whole album. Like I say, the meaning that this had to me and the connection that I could bring in with my own personal OCD and, you know, that kind of personal reflection that I felt in the song is just what makes this, for me, potentially my favourite in the album. I really loved sort of the 1984 George Orwell feel that this song had to it in terms of my perspective, and I don't know, I think it's kind of crazy to see that even something that was wrote not even that long ago in 2009, talking about things like dying is going to be cheaper than hospital bills, just seeing how scary that relevance is nowadays is, I don't know, it's just what puts this song in a next kind of tier for me, and yeah, this was just a superb song. I also have on here as Supervillainz being one of my favourite tracks. For me, the instrumental on this was next level. I think the instrumental in this is kind of what was I don't even know what the phrase is, but this is what took the trophy for me. This is what made me pick this as one of my favourites, is purely just the instrumental. I don't think I have anything else to add. Still stick with my firm opinions that I had when I first listened to this. Anyways guys though, I am going to leave the video here. If you did enjoy this, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. If you made it this far in the video, I would like you to comment plant pot, because my mum bought me this really cute plant pot that says emotional support plant. Life can be tough sometimes, but remember, so are you. So I would like you to comment plant pot, and you can even put the little emoji there as well if you feel like it. If you would like to support the channel though guys, please do join my Patreon. That is what basically helps this channel keep running, keep going, and it's just a place where you can also access a bunch of stuff that I just don't have on my YouTube channel. I've reacted to a bunch of MF Doom music videos, I plan on reacting to some Wu-Tang Clan music videos if they have any, I've got exclusive albums over there, a bunch of different albums. I'm even currently reacting to The Mandalorian. So if that is something that you're interested in, please do click down in the link in the description. It is a massive, massive help in supporting the channel. But without further ado, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. But this was Born Like This by MF Doom.